हेलो दोस्तों, मैं हूं हिमांशु और जैसा कि आपको पता है कि मैंने कुछ टाइम पहले एक वीडियो बनाया था जिसमें मैंने कहा था कि मैं कोलैबोरेशन में काम करना चाहूँगा। और उसी वीडियो के थ्रू मेरा कांटेक्ट हुआ मिस्टर कुणाल वर्मा से, जो कि इंडिया के एक बहुत ही जाने माने फिल्म मेकर और ऑथर हैं जिन्होंने डिफेंस से रिलेटेड काफ़ी किताबें लिख रखी हैं। और उन्होंने इंडियन आर्म्ड फोर्सेस के काफ़ी करीब रहते हुए मिलिट्री और नेवी एयरफोर्स से रिलेटेड डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज़ बनाई हैं। साथ के साथ कारगिल के टाइम पे भी उन्होंने प्रिजनर ऑफ वॉर के इंटरव्यूज़ लिए थे। और आप सबका एंथुजियाज़म देखते हुए उन्होंने अपने बनाई हुई कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज़ हमें ऑफ़र करी हैं, जिसको कि जल्दी ही हम इस चैनल पे दिखाएंगे। और उनका मानना है कि हमें हमारे डिफेंस हिस्ट्री के बारे में पता होना चाहिए ताकि हम पुरानी की हुई गलतियों को दोहराए नहीं और आने वाले चैलेंजेस के लिए बेटर प्रिपेयर्ड रहें। आइए जानते हैं क्या कहना है उनका।
Good evening everybody, it's a pleasure to be interacting with you through Himanshu's channel, and my name is Kunal Verma. I am a filmmaker and a writer. I have recently done a book on the 1962 Indo-Chinese conflict called The War That Wasn't, which was published by Aleph. In the last 3 decades, we have been making a lot of films on the armed forces, especially on military history. In 1992, we did a film called Salt of the Earth, which dealt with the IAF's history in its 60 years of existence at that time. And this was followed by a series of films on the Indian Navy as well as on the Indian Army. I eventually landed up filming the Kargil War, which also included filming with the POWs which were captured during that period, because Musharraf and Pakistan as usual were claiming that these chaps are Mujahideens, they had nothing to do with us, etc. But when we put it out, after they were speaking to me, we put it out that they admitted they were from various Northern Light Infantry units, as well as a couple of chaps were from Frontier Force, etc. So Pakistan had to take them back, and it exposed the entire gambit of lies which they had been propagating at that time, and which they have been propagating since 1947, 48 and 1965 and whatever. In fact, that is the key, because military history is an area where in India we are very, very weak. We do not teach it in schools. We do not teach it in colleges. We do not actively get after this particular subject, which is so vital, especially in a country where you have an ongoing conflict like what is happening in Kashmir, where everything that happened in 1947-48 has as much relevance today as it did then. The same thing applies to 1965 and also to a certain extent 1971. So this is an area where we really have to look at our military history, because unless we do that, we will continue to make the same mistakes which we have been making in the past, and we will never really learn what the reality was, and then you are vulnerable to what the other side says. And especially in the case of Pakistan, their propaganda is very, very thought out and very vicious, and unless you know what happened and you can counter it with facts, you're always going to be at a disadvantage.
तो दोस्तों, अगर आपके इंडियन वॉर हिस्ट्री के ऊपर कोई सवाल हैं तो प्लीज़ इस वीडियो पे कमेंट करें, और अगर आपने चैनल पर अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज़ जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब करें। Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.